Hello everybody, welcome to my review-ish of Ratatouille. So, let's talk about something real quick. So, Ratatouille in recent years has become, well, not even recent years, more of recent months, has kind of become this new cult classic of a film. One of those, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be yawning, oh my god. Or those like, oh my god, how did we overlook this movie all the way back then? It's a classic, it's a masterpiece. And I'm not saying it's a bad film. It is not a bad film. Even though my placement of it on the list is going to be kind of weird. Stay tuned for that. But, like, it is not at all a bad film. It's really good. It's, so going back to the thing of, I haven't seen this since I was younger. And when I was younger, I kind of really didn't like it. I never really, like, got it. So then when, on this rewatch, I was assuming that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to love it. You know, something like that. But coming to find out, I just still kind of feel meh about it. Like, I don't love it or anything. So first thing I want to talk about is kind of the structure of the film. So they end up having like the celebration scene before the endings, like before the climax of the film, where they find the papers about what's his name, Linguini being his son or whatever. So then, they're like, oh, yay, we got the restaurant. Oh, look at this new house I own. And then the climax comes where it's like, oh, no, the guy's going to come and review us. So it's like, why is it structured weird? I mean, it's not that big a deal. Like, I'm not, like, mad about that. Like, that's not something that makes me mad or anything. It's just kind of a weird step to go in. Another thing that I was just, like, thinking about is, at the beginning of the film, Remy's like, no, don't steal from the people. Which would make sense if they were stealing from her, but they're digging out of her trash. So then it just comes off, once again, as like, what? I get that they're trying to set up the breakup where he ends up stealing a bunch of food, but there was such an easier way to do that, and they did it. At the beginning, the dad is like, it's not stealing if nobody wants it. Oh, duh. Like, yeah, so he's not stealing. Why are you telling... Why are you already starting off this don't steal thing? And then when they first meet, the guy's like, hey, no, don't steal, you know? And so then it's a dilemma of he wants to act like a human, but he also has to be a rat, because that's what he is. And it makes sense in context. But then it's just like, well, why did you have the beginning part where you're stealing out of the trash? That's not stealing. Like, that was confusing and dumb. Talking about the looks of the film, everybody else is like, oh my god. I feel why do I always yawn in reviews? They're like, oh my god, the film looks amazing. And I feel like the backgrounds are the only thing that looks amazing. Like, other than that, I don't know. The character models are fine, I guess. Everything's fine. It's not a bad looking film. It looks fine enough. The characters were well cast. They're all believable. The romance is kind of rushed. You only really do get, like, one scene of her training him. Which I get it's implied that it's happening over time. But still, I don't know. You should have put in a little more before that kiss. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know. Like I said, it's a fine enough movie. Here's my official ranking of it. I know it's below Cars. Listen, I'm going to have to make a whole nother video about Cars. But, you know, I sit here and I think, what movie would I sit here and watch? I like the music of the film. That's something I don't really talk about. This doesn't really feel like one of the classic Pixar films. I feel like Cars really was the last classic Pixar film that comes to mind. Ratatouille is just kind of like, it's an interesting idea if a rat could cook. But, you know, that's it. That's really all I got to say about Ratatouille. I think Up is next, so I'm looking forward to that. That's all. Thanks for watching. This video is kind of short. I could care less. Video over.